This is your WCIA 3 forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical.
Hey, good evening to you. Wow, what a beautiful day. Clear blue skies. That's our Flooring America Weather iNet Bratcher weather camera. A few little puffy, fair weather cumulus clouds out there. Otherwise, no issues with clear skies. Now, we are watching clouds that are going to move in later tonight and for the day tomorrow. And our rain chances, those are going to be increasing as well. Temperatures, we're talking mid-60s, very comfortable. 65 Champaign and in Springfield, 63 in Effingham. Going throughout this evening, no issues at all. Gets a little cooler, back down to those 40s by 11 p.m. We do have to talk about more storms for tomorrow. Could we see severe weather? We'll talk about it coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
We begin with breaking news tonight. We are working to learn more about a large police presence in Vermilion County. Officers were called to 14th Street between Dean and Greenwood Cemetery Road in Tilton. WCIA 3's Bryce Beeman is live at the scene. Bryce, what can you tell us right now?
Well, a neighbor told me that she heard a gunshot. But as you can see behind me, the Vermilion County Sheriff's Office, Illinois State Police, and Tilton Police are all assisting in this investigation. And as you can see over here to my left, a car is actually up on a tow truck. And a neighbor says that might belong to someone who lives right here in this neighborhood. Now, this is a residential area. And I was told by an officer that Carl and OSF were on scene. We saw OSF leaving as we arrived. The police have the large crime scene blocked off with tape as well, closing down the road. I will continue to update you as I find out more information. In Tilton, I'm Bryce Beeman, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Yeah, of course, let us know as soon as you can. Bryce, thanks. Here's an update now. A man was convicted of murder after a deadly shooting in Danville. Percy Freeman was charged with first-degree murder and aggravated battery. 25-year-old Roosevelt Anderson was shot and killed at the Fair Oaks housing complex in 2019. Police say the shooting was the result of a fight among several people. Two others were charged. One of them, Denzel Aldridge, still facing murder charges. The man charged with murder is now waiting for a jury to decide his fate. Matthew Anderson is accused of shooting and killing 18-year-old Curtis Hairston in 2019 at a Long John Silver's in Decatur. Trial started this week. The defense argues no one really knows who shot Hairston, and Anderson was also hurt that night by a bullet. Macon County State's attorney says surveillance video shows Anderson entering a bathroom and pulling out an object. They say it was a gun. The defense argues it was a cell phone. Closing statements were made early this afternoon. A 15-year-old boy is facing charges for attempted murder in Hoopeston. Officers responded to a fight in Parkview Court. Police say at least one person was hurt and a deadly weapon was used. Detectives say the suspect was gone before police showed up. The minor was taken into custody the next day. The Vermilion County State's attorney is not commenting. A 21-year-old man who is wanted for violating parole is behind bars after a chase. Officers say Quentin McKittrick was seen leaving a home in Pana. They tried to stop him. He left town, drove recklessly, they say, for a few miles and returned. Police also say McKittrick ran from the car. He's charged with having a stolen car, burglary, and damaging property. A third-grade student in Chatham has died. Officials with Glenwood Elementary School say they're remembering Nolan Piper's sweet laugh and brave heart. They say this is a loss that will impact everyone who knew him. Glenwood will be providing counseling sessions for students who need to talk. The state's overhauling its 911 system. The improvements are supposed to shorten response times while also giving police more information when responding to a call. WCIA 3's Cole Hankey's live in the Capitol Newsroom tonight. Cole, how soon will these changes take effect?
Well, in some counties like Sangamon County here, we're already starting to see some of these changes take shape. Now, the new system allows 911 operators to pinpoint the location of a caller without them giving their address within 5 meters. The current system would rely on cell phone towers to triangulate their position, and still, even after all of that, it only gets accurate around that 40-meter mark.
Picture, it's going to be great. Because everything we've had to do so far to upgrade our shop, this project has made us improve here locally. And we've got a list of projects that we've recently completed and that we're continuing to go through to get ready for this huge change.
Now, this new system will also, when it's all implemented, allow people to text and to send pictures and videos to 911 operators. That will allow the officers to have more information when they are responding to a scene. Now, all of these systems are supposed to be upgraded throughout the statewide by the end, or by around the middle of this summer, according to the Illinois State Police. Paul?
All right, Cole, thanks for that update. State's partnering with AT&T to complete the project. It'll cost $109 million. The new service will allow operators to find a person's location regardless of whether they're in an urban or rural location. President Biden says he wants 70% of adults vaccinated by the 4th of July. IDPH officials say they are working to meet the goal. They say Illinois has given more doses than the national average, more than 9.5 million shots total, and over 33% of the state is fully vaccinated. Now, when it comes to infection rates, the state's reporting 2,400 new cases. 30 more people have died. 7-day positivity rates dropped slightly to 3.9%. A new U of I study says the pandemic has exacerbated issues like employment and finding childcare for moms across the state.
If you would have told me even a year ago that I wouldn't be working, I wouldn't have believed you.
But that's a reality for thousands of people in Illinois, and working moms are bearing the brunt of it. WCIA 3's Jen Lask joins us live from the newsroom tonight. Jen, researchers surveyed women across the state. What did they learn?
Paul, all of the moms the researchers spoke to started off with jobs leading into the pandemic, but by this fall, almost 40% of working moms lost their jobs or had hours cut back. For women of color, nearly half reported those outcomes. Decatur mom Dana Thomas was furloughed from a hospital and eventually laid off. She's taking courses through Richland and ISU now, while also helping and juggling with working with her kids on their remote classes. Thomas says she's grateful for everyone's health, but exhausted.
I could be at the hospital and have the entire hospital to myself, being on call, anything. I thought I could tackle being a stay-at-home mom with no effort. And it is not sitting home watching stories and eating bonbons. You're responsible for these people. And every day I would go out to the garage and scream.
Thomas says between getting her degree to help her job prospects in the future, helping her kids, taking care of 2 older family members, and being on unemployment, she's never worked harder in her life. She says she hopes everyone is showing appreciation for the moms and their families this weekend for Mother's Day. Back to you.
Yeah, no one works harder than a mom. Jen, thanks. Study also says safely reopening schools and child care facilities, creating flexible work schedules, adopting paid family leave policies, and expanding access to safe and affordable child care can help close gender pay gaps for working moms. Hiring heated up in April, although it was slower than expected. Payroll processor ADP says private employers added 742,000 jobs last month. That's up from 565,000 in March and marks the highest level since September. An increasing number of vaccinations and loosening restrictions are helping businesses start humming again. The pandemic hit schools hard. What's needed to get more teachers and kids back to normalcy? Plus this.
We just kind of looked at each other and knew what to do.
Car crashed into a ditch and went up in flames. How 3 people jumped in to help.